The Suki and Sokka relationship was not doing it for me in this, to be honest.
Well, that's because they don't make him
Right,
misogynistic and calling out
right.
her dance lessons and stuff. It really is just like young woman is attracted to this
Yeah,
strapping young man in town, and none of like it's just a 100% blah pancake
it
of a
was
young romance.
it was literally two cavemen like meeting and they lock eyes and it's just like love at first sight. I'm like, come
Yeah.
on. And I was actually a little worried for Suki's character at first because they made her like mute. Like she didn't have a fucking line for so long into the
Hmm.
episode. I was so worried that she was just going to be this nervous, didn't want to talk to Sokka kind of character. Finally opens up when I think Sokka arrives for the quote unquote dance lesson, as the animated show would
Mm-hmm.
put it. But yeah, I was a little worried. She was not speaking full sentences, and I'm just like, what is in the scene
I
where Sokka has his shirt off and she like is looking at him blatantly, just checking him out. It's like, come on, what are we
I
doing
don't
here?
know. If I'm honest, I think I liked that they went into this mindset of like she feels sheltered on this island. You know, like she knows she has a duty to be a Kyoshi warrior.
Yeah,
But
I did like
I
those
think it was
comparisons
I think
between
it
the
was
two.
interesting, yeah, that they were getting into this idea that she is this young woman still, and she has, typical young woman desires. She likes cute boys. Like maybe she wants to see the world, and she still has this duty to the island. And I think it contrasted well with Sokka in that he is like, I'm a leader too, but I'm not in my village. And then it was kind
Yeah.
of funny when he's like, how's it go again, Katara? type of deal. And that was kind of the original show charm type of
Yeah.
deal. But I agree that and this sounds weird to say and out of context is terrible, but I do miss the fucking misogynistic, sexist part
Yeah,
of Sokka just in the development of their early relationship. I think it just played a
100%.
big role.
Like him meeting Suki here was probably the first growth step in his becoming less
Yeah.
misogynistic. Like they could have literally had him be misogynistic for one episode, meet Suki, and then it's like, okay, let's reel it back. But Netflix is soft, so
Yeah, I don't know. And I will say, she feels like more of a character after this episode than she did after the one episode we get in the cartoon. As
yeah,
in more of like a
deeper. Like
more
she's
dimensional,
yeah,
let's
I would
say.
agree with that. She took off the makeup, and I was like, wow, this I can see what Sokka's looking at. I can see what he's seeing. She was definitely beautiful. Um,
Her
Yeah.
actor is 24 years old, so I think
the
she is
oldest of
like
the
the biggest discrepancy between her real character who
character,
is
yeah.
supposed to be 15.
Okay.
But
But also,
overall,
a
Kyle,
15-year-old warrior might look a little bit more mature than just an average
Yeah.
15-year-old.
yeah,
That'll be
for
my
She has a
sure.
opinion.
lot of responsibility.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought it was kind of funny that they had her wipe off her makeup for the entire second half of the episode because,
yeah,
Dave, I think you're right. It's just the production team being like, no, show off how beautiful this girl is. Take off the makeup.
yeah, yeah.
But
Because it
I,
is the,
I would
the makeup is iconic when they're fighting Zuko
Yeah.
at the end. Yeah,
Looks cool.
100%. I would say I was pretty happy with how she was portrayed. Kyle, I think you're right. A lot of what they did kind of make her feel like more of an important um
I think,
multi-dimensional
yeah.
character.
like a
So,
Vivi from One
Yeah.
Piece. No,
I
no,
think
less so
like
like a Vivi than One Piece.
her having like the ear of the leader of the island, I thought was
I
much
think it
more
was
explicit here. It's a man in the show,
it
Hmm.
is.
which I think is a positive change. It makes way more sense that it would be a woman
Woman, yeah.
because they're a society of women warriors. Avatar Kyoshi obviously was a very strong-willed woman that was like, represented justice and things like that. So it does make sense that it would be a woman. I thought that was a good change.
The Kyoshi Warriors looked
Mhm.
fantastic. Their uniforms were great. The makeup was on point, and the golden fans, like my favorite weapon in all of Avatar, looked sweet.
Yeah.